Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm working on a mani swap with Annalise Canvas. I will make sure to leave a link for her Instagram profile in the description box down below, and I'll add in a picture of her design that I'm recreating for the mani swap. Today I'll be using all Wavegel products in my design. I've got base gel, top gel, Soul Silver gel polish, Soul Silver lacquer, and you can see this, it's not holographic, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous silver. I love this, and it usually gives opaque coverage in 2 coats, sometimes 3, if depending on how thin they are. This is Wavegel Snow Ice. This is Wavegel Deep Blue Onyx. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous dark blue with with some shimmering glitter in there. This is how the Wavegel comes packaged. You get a full-size lacquer and a full-size gel in one package. It's on sale right now at rushhourbeauty.com for $8.50 US with free shipping. I will drop a discount code in the description box for 10% off. That brings it down to like $7.65 US for both bottles. It's a really good deal. I'll be using tweezers, my e.l.f. concealer brush, cuticle scissors, and these vinyls from Polished Vino. They're Vino vinyls. This one is Single Love Life, and this one is the Straits of Mackinac, and I'm going to be using these straight vinyls here. Let's get started. First, I'm going to make my decals so that they're dry when I'm ready to use them. Just rip them off really fast, and they will come out fully weeded or close to it. Make sure that they're stuck down to the mat. I like to do decals instead of putting my vinyls directly on my nails. My nails have a very drastic C curve, and it's very difficult to get vinyls to lay flat. So I tend to do decals and then put them on that way. Especially if I'm doing straight lines. That's the best way I have found to get straight lines on my nails without having a blurry mess at the edges. So I'm just going to put this on kind of thick because this is a pretty sheer polish. I want really good coverage. It doesn't have to be super, super opaque polish to make the lines look really pretty. Just, this one's got plenty of glitter in there, so it'll work nicely. I'm going to slowly peel that off so I don't smudge my lines. I'm going to use the Deep Blue Onyx lacquer for the heart. And I'm going to put this on pretty thick because this is a very sheer polish and I want the color to be even throughout. So I'm just going to kind of blob it on there. But if you have a good seal on your mat, it'll come out really nicely anyway. Okay, same thing, peel it off slow. Oops. I smudged it. I'm using Deep Blue Onyx lacquer for this, and I'm going to apply it kind of thick because this is a pretty sheer polish. And I want to make sure that I get lots of that glittery goodness and get the color kind of even. Give it just a second. Peel it off nice and slow. I'm going to let those dry and then apply top coat to make them decals. Decals are ready for their top coat. I want to go ahead and do that so that they're dry when I'm ready for them. I'm using Inspurrrations polish, Ephesians 611. This is her top coat. It works really well for me for making decals, so that's what I'm going to use. I've had really good luck with this one. And I just want to make sure that I get it completely covered with a little extra around the edges so that I have room to trim after I pick it up. In this design, the index finger and pinky finger are painted blue, middle finger is white, and the ring finger is silver glitter. So I'm just going to paint these 3 fingers on camera for you. Let's start with the deep blue onyx. This is my first time using this polish, so you're getting to see it for the first time right along with me. It's beautiful, beautiful blue. Navy blue with, looks like blue glitter. Yes, and with the gel polish, since it doesn't dry, I paint my nails a little bit differently than what I do normally. I start at the tip, make sure that I have the polish nice and thin on my brush. And that way when I go to do my cuticle, I don't have quite as much polish loaded up on there. And I'm less likely to make a mess. Just a little easier to control when you have less. I'm going to wipe off a little polish because I have too much on my brush. I'm going to take some of that off, put it back in the bottle. Just trying to get my cuticle line nice and clean here. With the gel polish, since it doesn't dry, you can keep working with it until you have it exactly the way that you want it. If you find you have too much on the brush, just wipe some off back into the bottle and keep going. And if you mess up and you need to do a little cleanup, just grab some alcohol and a cleanup brush. Just wipe it off. Or you can wipe the whole thing off with alcohol and start completely over. Okay, next up is the Snow Ice gel polish. This is my absolute favorite white gel polish. I've tried, I don't even know how many brands of white polish I've tried. They tend to be really finicky, and you have to apply them exactly even, smooth coats every single time, or they will pucker when you cure them in the lamp. But this is the first white polish. This Wave Gel polish is the first white one I found that it didn't have that problem with. It doesn't matter how thick I apply it, or if I don't get my coats quite even enough, it cures perfectly every single time. It's my absolute favorite white. If I'm wearing white polish, either gel or lacquer, this is usually the one that I've used. This is Soul Silver. I love this polish. It is just so gorgeous. You get nice even coverage. 2 to 3 coats for full opacity. You don't need to sponge it on. The glitter comes off the brush very evenly without the base being too thick. You can apply very, very thin coats and still get good coverage. So yeah, I'm gonna go cure this and I will meet you right back. Second coat, deep blue onyx. I don't have to be quite as careful with my application as I did with the first one because they already have my lines pretty much the way I want them. Doesn't mean I'm just gonna slop it on there, but I don't have to be quite as careful. I don't know if that shimmer is coming across on camera, but it is just gorgeous. Okay. Second coat of Snow Ice. I just love how creamy this polish is. It levels beautifully so that you get a nice smooth finish. Okay. Soul Silver. I'm going to cure those. I'll be right back. Okay, my decals are ready to be trimmed. So I just peeled it up. I'm going to trim the excess, and then I'm going to put it face down on a clear stamper so that it's ready to be stamped onto my nails when I'm done. I just have a paper towel underneath me to catch the little bits of top coat that I'm trimming away so that I don't have to fish for them later because they stick to everything. Just a quick trim to get those jagged edges off so that my decal will apply nice and smoothly. Don't know if you can see those. So I'm just going to put it face down right there. And when it's ready, I just stamp it onto my finger. Okay, I'm going to peel this one up. I'm starting on the edge that has the most excess top coat to make it easier to get a grip. And again, just trimming off those excess edges that might be a little bit jagged. This is why I like that Inspurrations polished top coat. It's nice and flexible still. Sorry, I'm off the frame. I'm just trimming the excess, trimming off any jagged edges, making it a little bit smaller, a little easier to work with. Okay, I've got my excess trimmed, and I'm just going to, this is the side I want facing up when I'm done, so I'm going to put that side down on my stamper here, smoothing out any wrinkles, so that when I'm ready to go, I just stamp that right onto my finger. Okay, all of my fingers are done except for the middle finger. It still needs some nail art, so this is where the decals are going. I'm going to start with some top coat, just a quick layer of this, and I'm going to let this dry for just a couple minutes so that it's a little bit tacky. And this is just a regular top coat, not a gel. I can apply my decals directly over the gel. I've done it before. I just find that they stick better and they go on a little more smoothly if I do it over regular top coat. So I'm going to let that dry for like 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to try this, see if my top coat is dry enough. I'm just going to line this up where I want it, and I will try and switch it so that you can see too. Okay, can you see that? Oh, kind of, not really, sorry. Okay, I'm just going to push it down on there, rock it back and forth, and hope it sticks. There we go. I'm just, whoop. Clumsy. Just going to smooth it out, pat it down, and I'm going to use some cuticle scissors, trim off some of this excess. I totally missed cutting that. Trim this off, or try to without peeling it all the way up off my finger. Okay, I'm just going to grab my cleanup brush and some acetone and clean the rest of that up. Give me a second. Okay, I've got a little dish of acetone and my cleanup brush. It's just an e.l.f. concealer brush. Dip it in the acetone, and I'm going to start by just gently pressing this edge under and putting the brush up underneath to take off the excess and give it a nice smooth finish around the edge. Same thing over here. Just very gently let the acetone do its work. You don't really have to, don't try to muscle it or anything, just gently touch it and let the acetone flow into the corners and stuff. It'll pretty much do the work for you. Occasionally wipe the polish off your brush, dip it in the acetone and clean it, Back in the acetone, just very, very gently. You don't have to put any pressure on it, just very gently slide it along the edge there to clean that up. I'm going to do this all the way around. If I'd been smart, I would have put some liquid latex on, but I didn't even think of it. Just going to move that so I don't knock it over. Same thing, gently touch. And you're basically using the acetone to dissolve the top coat that you put on there to make your decal. And then you can just kind of push off the excess once that's dissolved and broken away from your nail. Just very gently along that little crease, get it all cleaned up. Again, around the back. And I just kind of like, with my brush loaded with acetone, I just kind of tap it and let it fill up my cuticle area, flood my cuticle with acetone. And then, after it's had a minute to soak in, then gently wipe it off. Just clean that up and get it a nice crisp edge. I've got silver glitter everywhere. Most of that will come off when I wash my hands though. But you get the general idea. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera and finish cleaning that up and I'll be right back. The last element of my design is going to be applying this little heart-shaped decal that I made. That one's gonna go right here on my index finger. See if I can get that turned around where you can see it and I can see it too. Can you see that? There. And just kind of press it down, rock it around until it transfers over there. Gently roll the stamper away. And the heart is in place. So now I'm just going to apply my top coat, cure it, and I'll meet you back with some pictures of the final design. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you come back soon. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. I would love to have you subscribe to my channel as well. And I hope you come back soon and see what else I'm up to. I will see you guys later. Bye.